2 indicates that a manufacturing message has been received.
All right, welcome back, guys. Here we are, back playing Star Wars Rebellion 1998. So the situation had a very interesting turn of events. We lost our headquarters in location we least expected it to happen, and unfortunately, one random Imperial fleet just popped out on that system, and well, the headquarters are gone. But overall, the situation is fine so far. We're leading. We have the Coruscant, and we have the Emperor Palpatine. Now, all we gotta do is to find the Darth Vader, and we yet to do so. And we slowly but steadily taking over the Siswana sector with all the major systems along with Coruscant. Coruscant is under, we have their full support, and all we got now to do is to gain support of Chandrila, Avaram, and Swivren. And we'll be progressing towards the Corellian sector. Right now, we're conducting espionage missions, and yep, and protecting, conducting sort of a false fleet assault on Imperial systems located in Dufilvan sector, where we have a foothold as well, just on one single planet that maintain the support for us even under the Imperial control. Yeah. So on Toprava, we have our major base in Dufilvan sector. We have construction yards, and we got training facilities, at least one. And now, presumably, let me see, do we have a fleet? Yeah, so we have transport ships. Must have a should be having a fleet over here somewhere. I don't believe that we got only transport ships. So we do have actually only transport ships. Oh, wait. Wait. All right, so the Gamor. Yeah, I think we better move our fleet. Okay, so we arrived at Gamor. We'll try actually, maybe we'll try moving with the soft power here. We'll move one of our fleets. Yeah, we will move our fleet to Prava so it stays protected. Otherwise, we're risking to lose our infrastructure there. We have.
There is a
Yeah,
message
we're
from
gonna send
Princess
it.
Leia.
I'm just gonna send it. Right.
R2 indicates that a manufacturing message has been received.
We did it!
All right. Great. Yeah, so we're gonna be protecting the Prava system, and we're currently blockading all the systems in this sector. And we somehow need to catch this, what's this? Is it just a transport ship? Carrier, Imperial Escort Carrier. Alright, so it's a carrier. Just a carrier, right? Okay. Alright, I think we might catch that one. Just by issuing a few ships to catch it. Otherwise, pretty much we control the this sector. That's fine. All right, so Alvaram is also progressing towards supporting us. Leia, Princess Leia, is working on that, and I assume not only her. Yeah, well, there's lots of people over there. All right, good. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, I think I'm gonna build some defenses on Gidon 5. That is absolutely a must, just in case of a surprise attack from Imperial Fleet. Simply to avoid this similar situation as with our headquarters when we simply lost it. Catcrew stack is also pretty well developed.
R2 has a message from one of our field personnel. There is a message from Master Luke. R2 indicates that a manufacturing message has been received. There is a message from one of our fleets indicating it has dropped out of hyperspace and has arrived at its destination.
Alright, so what happened
R2 says one of our
Gamora?
agents is reporting in.
Oh, right. We need to prepare the system, the surface for our assault. Otherwise, we're gonna be pretty much wrecked by this LNR Series 2. Okay, got it. So we're gonna try take those Dark Troopers out. Yep. And we're also gonna try... First we're gonna destroy that LNR Series 2. Alright. So we'll just let him work on it. Yeah, and I think we really need to start building up our defenses just in case of various roaming Imperial fleet.
R2 indicates that a manufacturing message has been received.
Alright, let's create a smaller fleet and just go ahead and catch this Nessus.
There is a message from one of our fleets indicating it has dropped out of hyperspace and has arrived at its destination.
I think we're gonna send it like this. So, one calamari cruiser, one assault frigate, Carillion gunship, and yeah. Alright, not that many fighters.
I'm sorry. Unfortunately, that fleet is filled to capacity. I'm afraid your order cannot be carried out.
Yeah, okay, fine. Alright. Sending to Tatooine. We pretty much just need local victories for our support to raise, and that will be fine. And we're expecting more incoming reports from our spies from various systems on Carillion sector. So we can kind of begin our infiltration operations to take out different troops and make it easy for our forces to begin preparing
R2 has a message from
for
one of our
assault
field personnel.
with the fleet.
There is a message from the President. R2 indicates that a manufacturing message has been received.
Our goal has been achieved.
Okay. Oh yeah, and we are raiding a another fleet here. Dauntless cruiser, I'm getting ready.
I'm sorry. Unfortunately, that fleet is filled to capacity. I'm afraid your order cannot be carried out.
Alright, so just 4 per Dauntless cruiser. Let's see. Maybe a Liberator. Yeah. These are fine vessels.
R2 says one of our agents is reporting in.
Alright, so we're almost back. It's just yet another issue with as always with the game clients, not the games themselves, but the game clients from various providers that I don't know, bro. They crash your entire system and stuff like that just because some of them did some update or whatever happened in the background unrelated to our running game. That's insane. Right, but luckily I was able to save that our small progress, and we'll go back into our action in just a jiffy. So yeah, you want a good experience, you shut down all the game clients, pretty much. I mean, stuff like Epic, Steam, and different others. All right, there we go. So yeah, we were planning to build a LNR Series 2 for our side queen in Karelian sector.
R2 indicates that a manufacturing message has been received. There is a message from one of our units indicating it has arrived at its destination. R2 says one of our agents is reporting in.
Alright, we got him. LNR Series 2 destroyed. Nice. Can of course proceed with bombardments, but I think we just go ahead and take out all the other infrastructure. Alright, so no LNR Series 2.
There is a message from Master Luke. There is a message from one of our fleets indicating it has dropped out of hyperspace and has arrived at its destination.
We showed them.
A message has been received indicating our fleet has initiated a blockade of an enemy system. R2 says one of our agents is reporting in.
Alright, so that fleet escaped. Alright, what's now? Yeah, those game clients keep bugging me. Most likely some sort of update was downloaded and now they wanted to install. Unbelievable. Alright, after restarting, let's see what do we get. Bet it's an upgrade. Alright, let's see. Alright, just a few minutes more. Bet it's Steam or Epic. Usually when one of those wants to get an upgrade, whole system crashes. No excuses. Playing or not, you get a crash. All right. Apparently, we're gonna have to wait for C3PO to finish.
Empire. These systems would make
It has nothing
excellent
to do with
bases
our
for
progress,
our
but
forces.
well, anyways.
We currently have 2 bases in the Galactic Rim.
Um,
One of these bases is on the 4th moon of the planet Yavin, which you can see indicated here. This is the base from which our fighters launched to destroy the Death Star. I should point out to you that the Empire now knows that we have a base on Yavin. R2 has calculated the odds that the Empire will attack Yavin shortly at almost 1 to 1. Perhaps we should evacuate that base. Our other base is here. This is the location of the Alliance headquarters. Alliance intelligence believes that the Empire does not know the location of our headquarters at this time.
Thank you.
Fortunately, our headquarters can be transferred to another system if you feel that it is threatened. You should remember that the loss of our headquarters would be a terrible blow to the Alliance. I'm sure you recall the location of the Imperial capital here on Coruscant. This is the most significant system in the Empire. This is the location of Emperor Palpatine's palace. If we could take Coruscant, that would take us a long way toward defeating the Empire. Our fleet has been dispersed after the Battle of Yavin and is now outnumbered by the Imperial fleet. I suggest we begin a shipbuilding program to strengthen our fleet.
Very good,
There are also troops, fighters, and system defenses located with each of our bases, as well as some facilities located on the core systems which are loyal to us. The President of the Alliance, Mon Mothma, is located here with the Alliance headquarters. Intelligence indicates that the Empire has targeted her. The capture of the President would be a significant loss to the Alliance. Our sources also indicate that Imperial agents are searching for Luke Skywalker. We know that Master Luke's abilities with the Force will make him a prime target for the Empire. Losing Master Luke would mean that our best chance for victory would be lost. I'm sure I don't need to remind you about Emperor Palpatine and his evil henchman Darth Vader. They are the leadership of the Empire. If they could be captured, it would be a severe blow to the Empire.
Yes. All right, done.
That ends my briefing.
Very good.
I hope you enjoyed it.
No.
We are ready for your orders.
Come on, bro.
Good luck, and may the Force be with you.
Yeah, may the Force be with you too.
I have a suggestion that may be helpful.
All right, so there we are. This is our progress. Yeah, we're taking now over the Coruscant. We have the Emperor Palpatine. I just misclicked and we started over, and we had to listen for a C3PO for his breathing. All right, so here's our progress, and just continue with that. We're currently working on getting the full support of systems in Siswana sector. This is where Coruscant is located, and Gorman, along with Chandrila. And Corellian sector remains to be under control of the Empire. However, we have a foothold. Yeah, on Psyquin. And this is our system that we're conducting our operations in this sector. Meanwhile, pretty much we're building up our resource base in Sumitra. Oh,
R2 indicates that a manufacturing message has been received.
Oh. Okay, where's that's Bespin? Okay. Okay, yeah, that's good. That's good. This is our girl there, Ikea. Okay, lots of transport ships. Right, so we're victorious. They simply escaped, right? Okay. No losses. They just escaped, and that's it. No battle. Right, so here we're currently working on Swivren. We need to take out their defenses. So far we didn't manage to take their LNR Series 2. And now we're aiming for their Gen 2 shields. Waiting for infiltrators also to arrive in Balmora. Yep, another pack. And little by little, we're gonna start taking them out to bring our fleet in there.
R2 has a message from one of our field personnel. R2 says one of our agents is reporting in.
Alright, and we're beginning to fight the uprising incitements on Psyquin. That's disturbing, but not surprising, of course. I bet we need to send someone there over to work on support for us. Alright, so we have a fleet here. Yeah, good. Fleet, defenses, like everything. That's really good. Let's build some more infiltrators. We need to increase our chances in the rate of pressure.
There is a message from Princess Leia.
We did it!
Alright. And we did it on Avaram. Okay. So we're almost ready to take over this Wyvern, and while we're still working on taking out the defensive systems there, we're gonna send Leia to work on Chandrila,
I'm on my way.
right?
We've aborted the mission.
We're on our way back.
Okay.
Understood.
You got it.
But I think we need some sort of defenses on Chandrila. We might want to send a fleet maybe over there. Hmm. You know what? I think we're gonna send one of our guys to Psyquan to work on diplomacy. We need that support over there, otherwise we risk like losing the our foothold on Karelian sector. In Karelian sector.
R2 indicates that a manufacturing message has been received. R2 says one of our agents is reporting in.
Okay, Dauntless Cruiser ready. Nice. Alright, so Spanish mission onto Talos was successful. In addition, information was provided on Salonia. Okay, where is Salonia? Oh, nice. This is like, okay, so Talos here, Salonia. Let's see. General Dala, right? And 3 Dark Trooper regiments. Okay, that's Talos. And yeah, they got generals everywhere. Oh yeah, heavy defenses. Generals on every planet. Yeah, Duras is absolutely our primary target. Duras and anything that has relation to building structures, like those construction facilities. Pretty much every system here has significance. Troops, construction yards, everything.
R2 indicates that a manufacturing message has been received.
Okay. Right, so I'll let him arrive there. I'm gonna cancel and send with Han Solo to
R2
Psyquan.
indicates that a manufacturing message has been received.
Yeah, one more thing. Let's build LNR series too. Okay. And here, yeah, absolutely no defenses. But we have a fleet protecting it, so I think that will be fine. This is not very efficient, to be honest. Maybe we can relocate some to Vash or Mon Calamari. Maybe that will be much better. Because there's like lots of energy there, and we can safely place both defensive systems and production facilities. We wish we could actually relocate those. Alright, so slowly we're gonna be building shipyards on Mount Calamari. Umgul really is very not the very best location for shipyards. It works, but defenseless. And we need like the whole fleet to protect it. That's logistically a pretty bad decision. Okay, so here now we got a fleet of 2 Dauntless cruisers, Corellian gunships, and we have a Liberator getting ready. Now we need something else as well. Might build actually 1 or even 2 assault. No, one assault frigate.
R2 has a message from one of our field personnel.
Yeah, we'll go for 1 assault.
R2 indicates that a manufacturing message has been received. R2 says one of our agents is reporting in.
Alright, let's send them back into action. Alright, and Han Solo will deliver talent to Sai Quinn to work on diplomacy there. Okay. So we continue working on Chinrilla. Let's see what we got here. Genkor is almost ready. Alright.
R2 indicates that a manufacturing message has been received.
Okay, while our troops are still traveling, right? All right.
R2 indicates that a manufacturing message has been received. R2 says one of our agents is reporting in.
No, yeah, we need Sultan regiments there, otherwise the Empire gonna slowly but steadily ruin our influence on Yavin and in general in that system, sector overall. Right, so I'm gonna make some Sultan regiments. Alright, little B 12, and we'll send them to Yavin. Okay.
R2 has a message from one of our field personnel.
What's this? Server has failed because target
R2
was not
indicates that a
found.
manufacturing
Okay,
message has been received. R2 says one of our agents is reporting in.
Let's see, where are our bottom spies? Alright, there they are. Alright, so we're raising our defenses.
There is a message from Master Luke.
That didn't go very well.
Yeah, Chandrila still under heavy Imperial influence.
R2 says one of our agents is reporting in.
Alright, and Talon is almost... Alright. And it's, he's arrived.
R2 says one of our agents is reporting in.
And we're gonna send Han Solo and Talon to Psyquin. Yep. Maybe even Mazarakas, but later. Maybe when at least second system is under our control. Wait, wait a second. What happened? Why Ender is... Where it's like, it's a different sector from... Yeah. All right, let's send. Let's make some production facilities, refineries. I mean, yeah, refineries on Aluyan. Very interested in those Gen Core level 2.
R2 indicates that a manufacturing message has been received. R2 says one of our agents is reporting in.
Nice. Liberator ready. And that makes total 14 fighter squadrons. Yeah, I'm gonna send 10 to Umgul. Alright, one of the Gen cores destroyed. Yeah, and we need to pay close attention to Akritar system. Akritar, yeah. Akritar. We have an uprising there. We almost taken over that system, but we still need to conduct some work over there. This Calaran sector overall was heavily affected by the loss of our headquarters on Ether. On Ether.
R2 indicates that a manufacturing message has been received. R2 indicates that a manufacturing message has been received. R2 says one of our agents is reporting in.
Okay, let's see. Sabotage mission, gang crew. Alright, let's go. Swivren is ready for assault. Alright, let's bring some units in. Alright, let's leave those 9 there. Yeah, I think that will be fine. 9 here. We can take one from Jägermeister. Yeah, that's fine. And from Jägermeister to Balmora also. Okay, so Wyvern. We're working on Chandrila and prepping this Wyvern. There will be an uprising for sure. Yeah. All right. All right. We're doing good, but still we kind of don't know where the Darth Vader is, and that's disturbing.
There is a message from the President. There is a message from Master Luke. R2 indicates that a manufacturing message has been received. There is a message from one of our units indicating
was
it has
successful.
arrived at its destination.
Our goal has been achieved.
Okay, so Chandrila is slowly, yeah, starting to show signs of support for us. And one of our fleets is ready as well. Just waiting for the Liberator. Assault frigate ready, Dauntless cruisers ready, Karelian gunships, and all stuff like that. Yeah, we're gonna produce a few Nebulan Bees also, as they can carry some starfighters as well.
R2 indicates that a manufacturing message has been received. There is a message from one of our fleets indicating it has dropped out of hyperspace and has arrived at its destination.
Alright, that makes 7 units, but we need 5 more. Alright, let's wait it out then. Still don't have much production capacity. We got fleet here, so pretty much defenses here, so I think we're pretty much good for now.
There is a message from Princess Leia. R2 indicates that a manufacturing message
We need
has
to
been
keep this up.
received. R2 says one of our agents is reporting in.
Alright, let's see. Our guy is almost arriving already. Alright, in 6 days. And let's check the Cyclone. Han Solo will be there, yeah, pretty soon as well. It's like 7 days. Alright, so our operations on Cyclone developing.
R2
good.
indicates that a manufacturing message has been received.
Let's send some spies to Kamenor and Draw. These are nearby ones that I'm most interested in right now. Talos and Salonia, we got intel on them fairly recently, so I think I will skip those. Duras. I'm very interested in Duras. Well, not that many forces, but let's give it a go. I think I'm gonna send Wookiees to Akritar, and Sulusan Regiment will stay on Marvel too. These are good against the espionage missions and infiltrations and etc.
R2 indicates that a manufacturing message has been received. There is a message from one of our units indicating it has arrived at its destination.
Alright, getting another fleet ready.
R2 indicates that a manufacturing message has been received. There is a message from one of our units indicating it has arrived at its destination.
Okay, and Talon.
R2 indicates that a manufacturing message has been received.
Arrives to
There is a
Cyclone.
message from one of our units indicating it has arrived at its destination.
Okay, Nebula B frigate ready on goal. Nice. And one more gonna be ready soon.
We did it!
I'm here.
Okay. Oh my, we actually need like a little bit more Solution Regiment units here. That's a no-no. We need more. Otherwise we're gonna have real big trouble with the Imperials there. Stop it.
R2 indicates that a manufacturing message has been received. R2 has a message from one of our field personnel. There is a message from Master Luke. R2 indicates that a manufacturing message has been received.
Alright, so it makes it 10, right? And we need 2 more.
We showed them.
Oh, nice. Losing regiments onto Prava. Very good. Now the Imperial fleet left this system, the entire sector. Yeah. And we need someone with diplomacy over here.
R2 indicates that a manufacturing message has been received. There is a message from one of our units indicating it has arrived at its destination.
Alright, so here's the plan. We're gonna prepare the another fleet on Umgul, and I think we're gonna send it to Karelian sector, probably, to support our assault operations there. Lots of ships. But not that many actually. Mostly transport ships. Yeah. Oh, they're traveling. They will be traveling for a while. Yeah. Very strange. Not very precise ETA actually. Okay, let's see. Admiral Commander, pretty serious forces over here. But still no sign of Darth Vader. Probably sitting somewhere on in one of the systems. Chilling. This sector and this one, I think they are taken over by the Imperials. And Darth Vader might actually be there. Yeah. Very likely. Just gonna go ahead and some ships. Maybe actually even give him some troops too.
R2 indicates that a manufacturing message has been received. R2 says one of our agents is reporting in. I'm sorry. Unfortunately, that fleet does not have sufficient capacity to hold all of those units.
Oh, okay, so it's overall for the entire fleet. All right, and we're gonna send them, spread them out. think we're gonna just build the Carillion gunship. Or maybe Nebulan B. Let's build Nebulan B. Yeah. Okay, so we got intel on Kamenar and Salonia. Exactly what we need. General Arlog. Okay, okay, yes, serious defenses. Dictator, Griffin, TIE Fighters. Okay. Mostly production, not that much use for mining. Alright, so we're pretty much waiting for our spies to deliver our
There is a message from the
us
President.
the intel. Okay. Manmatwa.
There is a message from Captain Solo.
These
Ooh.
guys just don't know when to quit.
R2 indicates that a
The
manufacturing
Empire
message has been
bested
received.
us.
There is a message from one of our units indicating it has arrived at its destination. R2 says one of our agents is reporting in.
Right, so Norval produced everything we needed and we got our 12 units. Okay, so then they will be arriving pretty soon. I think we might actually produce some more. Yeah. Yeah, 6 I think will be enough. Just spread them out on to other systems. Alright, so Nebulan B getting ready. And it's ready.
R2 indicates that a manufacturing message has been received.
By 24, we're gonna have all our infiltrators on Psych-Win, and we're gonna conduct some operations there. This one's pretty formidable fleet with 18 fighter squadron capacity.
I'm sorry. Unfortunately, that fleet is filled to capacity. I'm afraid your order cannot be carried out.
Okay, let's see. So we got 4 X-Wing squadrons. That's usually our main force, right? I'm gonna put some A-Wings, the interceptors. That's 8, and we can put 10 more. Gonna use 6 B-Wings. Yeah, and the rest I think we're just gonna... Let's see... Yeah, the rest we're gonna fill with the X-Wings as the most versatile ones. Okay, I think our fleet is pretty much ready. Yeah, and we're gonna send it Either gonna send it or for now keep on Mon Calamari maybe. We'll relocate it to Mon Calamari and then send it maybe to Sequin. I'll just think for a while.
R2 indicates that a manufacturing message has been received. There is a message from one of our units indicating it has arrived at its destination.
We got 5 there, 3 here, 12 over here, but we need to conduct... Wait. Where our infiltrators are? Done. Guerrillas, right? And we need to subdue the uprising. So how are our spies doing there? Yeah, Carillion sector gonna be pretty tough. They have very good production facilities over here, and I see that they produce lots and lots of mines and refineries. Dantooine, okay, Dantooine, where is it? Dantooine, sounds familiar. Okay. Alright.
R2 has a message from one of our field personnel.
I think we might actually pay a visit.
R2 indicates that a manufacturing message has been received. There is a message from one of our fleets indicating it has dropped out of hyperspace and has arrived at its destination. R2 says one of our agents is reporting in.
Chantis, where is it? Let's see. Chantis. Okay. Oh yeah, they're trying to fill the capacities of Charleston Dantooine apparently, and we're gonna send our fleet in there.
R2 indicates that a manufacturing message has been received. R2 says one of our agents is reporting in.
Alright, LNR Series 2 arrived to Psyquin. Now we're fully protected. Alright, and we got support increased for us. Nice. Now let's wait for a fleet to arrive. In just one day. Nice.
R2 indicates that a manufacturing message has been received. There is a message from one of our fleets indicating it has dropped out of hyperspace and has arrived at its destination.
Let's build maybe how many we can take on board? We can take 7, right? We're gonna build 3 Wookiee regiments. They got to be pretty expensive, right? Oh yeah. That's 16 days. Okay. Right, we're gonna build 2 here. Okay. Now we're gonna build some Wookiees and we add them some Sultan regiment afterwards. Now we have everything here almost ready. First we're gonna strike their location on Dantooine, and then we're gonna deal with the Corellian sector.
There is a message from Princess Leia. R2 indicates that a manufacturing message has
That
been
was a mess.
received. R2 says one of our agents is reporting in. R2 indicates that a manufacturing message has been received.
Alright, our infiltrators slowly but steadily start to arrive to site when ain't gonna lie, pretty interesting. But we're gonna run across the whole system chasing the Darth Vader.
R2 indicates that a manufacturing message has been received.
Entire galaxy, I mean.
There is a message from Master Luke.
We did it!
Alright.
That didn't go very well.
There is a message from the President. R2 indicates
Our
that a
goal has been
manufacturing message
achieved.
has been received. R2 says one of our agents is reporting in.
Alright, so our...
R2 has a message from one of our field personnel.
Now we can subdue their uprising on this
R2
planet.
indicates that a manufacturing message has been received. R2 says one of our agents is reporting in.
Oh yeah, we can. I think we can just go for planters.
R2 indicates that a manufacturing message has been received.
These are most likely formerly captured that were residing on our fleet. Oh, interesting. No upraising. Okay, nice.
We've aborted the mission.
We're on our way back.
All right, let's send our guys back to Coruscant. So yeah, this is pretty much the final system, this we run in Siswena sector where Coruscant is, and we're gonna work on this one, and then we'll just head to Dantooine and try to take over the entire Corellian sector. That's pretty much the plan right now. We need to cut the supply routes for the Imperials and then take the Corellian sector. This is pretty much everything at the same time.
R2 indicates that a
Tends to happen.
manufacturing message has been received.
Alright, Solston regiments start to arrive to Syquin, which means it will make it very difficult for the Empire to spy or conduct any sort of infiltration operations in there or inside the uprisings, so we can fight them effectively.
R2 indicates that a manufacturing message has been received.
Alright, our capacity to produce stuff also increases. I mean, we have start getting more maintenance units. Mines and refineries getting installed. Interesting. Actually interesting. On in Duffelvan sector we have, like, we're blockading the entire sector with our fleet. False fleet of transport ships, and it seemed to work. It actually seemed to work. Meaning that we are blocking effectively those production facilities like mines or refineries from sending the maintenance units or maintenance or whatever, like resources to the Empire. They're no longer providing them anything. And that's a big win.
R2 indicates that a manufacturing message has been received.
Tearphone, down, Tearphone. Where is Tearphone? Okay. Lynx is probably... The Alliance fleet is victorious. Oh my god. So we fended off the Imperials with our transport ship. See? It works. I don't know what the hell Lynx is, but it looks like a transport ship from the Imperials. Tearphone. Tearphone, right. So Tearphone is actually where the Yavin, right. And they got some support for us as well. Let's see, do we have any... Ooh, what's this? What's all this? Is it like... We have to worry about it already? No? Let's conduct the espionage mission.
R2 indicates that a manufacturing message has been received.
Alright, Gondola 4 now has a Nebulan V frigate there, and I think we're just gonna build maybe Corellian gunship. How many actually can hold? Fighter capacity 2. Alright, we're just gonna go ahead and build some X-Wings. First X-Wings, and then we add some ships as well. Right, so what's up here? Do we have all our units? No. Alright, still a few more days, right?
R2 indicates that a manufacturing message has been received. There is a message from the President.
Oh, that might be bad already. We're defeated. Lapidus, whatever that means, is hurt. We damaged it, and our medium transport ship is also running away. So my guess is that the Imperials are sending some transport or light fleet to Turfan. Here we got only 2 Carillion corvettes. Well, this is essentially nothing, so... Maybe send Dauntless Cruiser there. That alone will be pretty formidable force over there. Yeah, I think we're gonna send the Dauntless Cruiser. We need some support there. Rather strange mix of fighter squadrons. I think let's mix with one B-Wing.
R2 indicates that a manufacturing message has been received. R2
Yeah, so
says one of our agents is reporting in.
It's going to Yavin to reinforce our forces there. And our fleet going to Dantooine. Alright, so how many days? 2 days more.
R2 indicates that a manufacturing message has been received.
Alright, good. Deployed, diplomacy report. No effect on Psyquin. Mine deployed on Kashyyyk. Nice. Alright, so our fleet from Mon Calamari will be sent now to Dantooine, where mines and refineries are being sent to from the Carillion sector. Alright, let's go. Now we're gonna unleash our assault on the Imperials. Alright, so most of our infiltrators going to Kamenar. Let's see what else might be of interest to us. Kamenar has shipbuilding capabilities. Maybe actually go for Corellia, yeah. Right, Corellia, of course. Here's the thing, we need to really be selective in which of those systems we're aiming for,
R2
because
indicates that a manufacturing message has been received.
this is also not our objective to
There is a
free up
message from one of our
their
fleets indicating it has dropped out of
maintenance
hyperspace
units. They
and
still
has
need to
arrived at
be
its destination.
heavily short on maintenance units, but we need to take out their vital infrastructure as well, like the production facilities for structures and mines and refineries themselves as well. Alright, then I think I'm gonna make a Corellian gunship here. How many? 3 maintenance units. Yeah, that's alright. So our fleet gonna be arriving to Dantooine in like 60 days. Okay. That's like they cross the entire galaxy almost. So for now we're having fun on Corellia. Corellian and Corellian sector.
R2 has a message from one of our field personnel. R2 has some good news about support for the Alliance.
Alright, where was
R2
this?
says one of our agents is reporting in.
Okay. Oh nice, uprising ended on Apritar. That is very good. That is very, very, very good. Nice. Right, we need a diplomat there, right? To fix all this. Two refineries, one mine. That's really good. All right. That's a win. That's a win for us. But now we need to think what we're gonna do about the field. Will they actually stay on field? Really hard to predict. I might actually send to old Tracy. Yeah, I think we're going there. Is their fleet? The one Tyrant Despotates. Oh, that's a pretty tough ship. Yeah, pretty formidable turbo laser. And what do we got here? Oh yeah, we're pretty good as well. But it's
R2
almost
says
even.
one of our agents is reporting in.
Okay, on Commoner we're having a success. Alright, we're gonna send our fleet here to replenish. Oh nice, no defenses on Commoner. Not anymore. I'm correct.
R2 has a message from one of our field personnel. R2 says one of our agents is reporting in.
I have found a new Jedi candidate. I have found a new Jedi candidate.
I think we can pretty much blockade that.
R2 indicates that a manufacturing message has been received. R2 says one of our agents is reporting in.
Oh nice, small fleet start to emerge, begin to emerge on Gondola 4. And I think we might actually go for another Nebulon B frigate.
R2 indicates that a manufacturing message has been received.
Oh yeah,
There is a
battle.
message from one of our fleets indicating it has dropped out of hyperspace and has arrived at its destination.
Lots and lots of TIE
R2
fighters
says
destroyed.
one of our agents is
Okay.
reporting in.
Dictator damaged. Power losses, yeah. We felt that. Okay. But we initiated a blockade of Commoner. Ooh, that's pretty bad. Pretty bad fleet. Oh, turbo laser running cannons. Yeah, that's bad. And it's arriving 24:59. Ooh, crap. TIE fighters. Dang. 24:50. That's already like in three days. How many days do we wait for? Okay, in 10 days we got the Dauntless Cruiser with 4 fighter squadrons. Okay, that might be enough, but not quite sure. Dauntless Cruiser's pretty tough. But that ship alone, I don't think that might actually withstand everything. I think our only option right now is to build lots and lots of Nebulon B frigates. You got, no, Nebulon B is not that tough at all. These
R2
are
has a
pretty
message
weak.
from one of our field personnel.
The only thing, I think, assault frigates. Yeah, but they don't carry anything. Right, we go for 2 assault frigates. And we're gonna build 1 Corellian gunship. We need some forces there.
R2 indicates that a manufacturing message has been received. There is a message from one of our fleets indicating it has dropped out of hyperspace and has arrived at its destination. A message has been received indicating our fleet has initiated a blockade of an enemy system.
Alright. One thing I'm worried about is actually that Pretty Formidable Fleet is arriving to Tirfon, and it will be like exactly in 1 day. What's gonna happen next? No one knows.
R2 indicates that a manufacturing message has been received. R2 says one of our agents is reporting in.
Oh yeah, that's a pretty tough ship. But I think we're just gonna sit there and that's it. We're gonna send in everything to Yavin. The faster, the better.
R2 indicates that a manufacturing message has been received.
And we need LNR Series 2 to the ship. Okay, so let us conduct another espionage mission. 2457, right?
R2 indicates that a manufacturing message has been received. R2 says one of our agents is reporting in.
Alright, another Korean gunship. Karelian corvettes are nice, but pretty weak. Laser cannons 120 and Karelian gunships. Yeah, they have Karelian gunships have a bit more powerful laser cannons on port and starboard, but weak at the fore and no at the aft. Oh no, they do actually have everywhere, and okay, slightly less powerful at the fore and aft, but much powerful on port and starboard, like by 30 points. All right. So Karelian gunships are already in hyperspace, and we're getting ready our assault frigates.
There is a message from one of our fleets indicating it has dropped out of hyperspace and has arrived at its destination.
Okay. So here I think we're just gonna pretty much bombard the hell out of them. Yep. I think also when this taking over their planets is that now they have more maintenance units to produce something like fleet or different other stuff. We do take their production facilities though, but right now we really need to arrive to Dantooine and Charleston because there I believe they have pretty good resource production facilities. Alright, do we have any units here? Yeah, well, let's try this.
I'm afraid R2 has some bad news about support for the Alliance.
Minus for the 3, okay. Boo. Yeah, we don't have much support here in Corellian sector. Did we escape? Yep. Alright, so Gamor. This is something. Yeah, this is over here, and they are little by little. Right, now we just need to be very careful with what we're gonna send in. Dauntless Cruiser, yeah, let's Mont Calamari, send Mont Calamari, assault frigate and Corellian gunship to intercept that pretty powerful ship actually.
May I remind you that no messages may be
Oh.
sent to units in hyperspace. I'm afraid you'll have to wait until those units arrive at their destination.
Alright. We're waiting.
R2 indicates that a manufacturing message has been received. There is a message from one of our fleets indicating it has dropped out of hyperspace and has arrived at its destination.
Oh, nice. Dauntless Cruiser.
May I remind you
Alright.
that no messages may be sent to units in hyperspace. I'm afraid you'll have to wait until those units arrive at their destination.
Alright, that's already better. That's already much better. Gonna stop this here.
R2 indicates that a manufacturing message has been received.
Right, we got some B-wings, okay. And this one can carry up to 6, okay, fighter squadrons. So we can gonna build um 3 X-wings and 1 A-wing. Okay, so we're gonna send for commoner. First need to issue the crew to subdue the uprising.
R2 indicates that a manufacturing message has been received. There is a message from one of our fleets indicating it has dropped out of hyperspace and has arrived at its destination. There is a message from one of our units indicating it has arrived at its destination. A message has been received indicating our fleet has initiated a blockade of an enemy system.
Alright, we're stretching thin now.
Understood. I hope you know what you're doing.
I'm on my way.
Alright, so we're pretty low on resources. Let's see if we can up that thing a little bit. Defenses almost arrived to Kashyyyk. All the defense fine here. Let's build some mines. Okay. So we got some diplomacy guys on Quinn, Talon, and Borsk on Yavin. White actually needs someone.
There is a message from one of our fleets indicating it has dropped out of hyperspace and has arrived at its destination.
Oh my god.
A message has been received indicating our fleet has initiated a blockade of an enemy system.
Yeah, so we got some ships there, but I'm afraid we're not gonna withstand their. The Alliance fleet is defeated, right? The Overlord was damaged, but only one TIE Defender destroyed. No freaking way. Yo, crap. And okay, so we retreated to Gidon 5, alright. We need to build the LNR series. Okay, drop this.
R2 indicates that a manufacturing message has been received.
Alright, still 20 days for it to arrive. I'm still waiting for Alliance escort carrier. Yeah, things developing pretty fast around Yavin. Interesting. Where did the Imperial fleet go? They didn't stay actually at our Yavin system.
R2 indicates that a manufacturing message has been received. R2 has a message indicating that one of our ships has completed all repairs and is now fully operational. R2 says one of our agents is reporting in. There is a message from one of our fleets indicating it has dropped out of hyperspace and has arrived at its destination.
Okay, so our fleet is on Gideon 5. To Yavin, we're sending the Eleanor Series 2, and it's hopefully gonna be ready soon enough. We need to protect Alklilish as well. The assault frigate is arriving in less than 30 days. 32. Alright, let's keep it there for now. The entire fleet. And what about the Queen? So we're getting there in less than 40 days. Well, we're almost there. Alright. Alright, that makes it 7. 10. Yeah. And one more. That's fine.
R2 indicates that a manufacturing message has been received. There is a message from one of our fleets indicating it has dropped out of hyperspace and has arrived at its destination. A message has been received indicating our fleet has initiated a blockade of an enemy system.
Alright, Kimon's here. Alright, yeah, there you go. So the Imperials apparently taking over the entire control of our sector and Maya Gel. And our fleet is actually going for Dantooine. That's pretty much right into the epicenter of their mining operations. Oh yeah, and more ships gonna be arriving there in just a few moments. 60, yeah, in 2 days. This one, well, pretty much quite a lot.
R2 indicates that a manufacturing message has been received. There is a message from one of our fleets indicating it has dropped out of hyperspace and has arrived at its destination.
Chazwa. Nope, not under the Imperial control. Alright, so Chazwa not, then in okay, it's already this one's already there. Left, right? This one's still in hyperspace and will be there in 4 days. Now what do we have here? They have something. Okay, they got LNR Series 1. Let's maybe just go ahead and explore the Tatooine. Montesa might be interesting system. Gilman for sure. We need to take it over. We're definitely gonna conduct an assault.
R2 says one of our agents is reporting in.
Alright, so they're just hopping from system to system. And our transport ships getting back to Tuprava, whereas our base. And after the Imperial fleet leaves, we are just sending them back in. Alright, not a big deal. Okay.
R2 indicates that a manufacturing message has been received. There is a message from one of our units indicating it has arrived at its destination.
Alright, Kashyyyk finally protected, and the only thing left is to deliver the LNR Series 2, and that'll be in 6 days already. And now we're gonna build something for Uklalish as well. Gen Core and LNR Series 2. I'm really interested in how things will develop when our fleet arrives to Dantooine.
There is a message from one of our fleets indicating it has dropped out of hyperspace and has arrived at its destination.
This will be interesting.
A message has been received indicating our fleet has initiated a blockade of an enemy system.
Kimanang, right? Oh, okay. Yeah, okay, right. So this is just a transport ship. Alright. Oh, bro, there's quite a lot. That's actually pretty good. We're stretching them thin, making them run around across the galaxy, chasing our transport ships.
There is a message from one of our fleets indicating it has dropped out of hyperspace and has arrived at its destination. A message has been received indicating our fleet has initiated a blockade of an enemy system.
You know what?
I'm afraid R2 has some bad news about support for the Alliance.
And what we're gonna do? Just gonna scrap it all. just gonna scrap all their infrastructure. We won't be able to hold control of that system anyways. So what we're gonna do, we're just gonna strip that system of the production facilities, and by the time the Empire will get it back, there will be nothing there. Alright, nice.
I'm afraid R2 has some bad news about support for the Alliance. A message has been received indicating our fleet has initiated a blockade of an enemy system.
Alright, we're gonna join these two fleets and try to go to Kimanan, maybe fend off that transport ship from the Imperials. I think that was a serious blow to the Imperials. We took a few refineries and mines.
R2 has a message from one of our field personnel. R2 says one of our agents is reporting in. There is a message from the President.
Okay, we're making progress on Silver.
There is a message from Princess Leia.
Our goal has been achieved.
Blast!
R2 indicates that a manufacturing message has been received. There is a message from one of our fleets indicating it has dropped out of hyperspace and has arrived at its destination.
And we're sending him back to Tatooine. Okay. Let's maybe send to Algarian.
May I remind you that no messages may be sent to units in hyperspace. I'm afraid you'll have to wait until those units arrive at their destination.
Just in case the Imperial's gonna go next to Angarian. Okay, so LNR Series 2 was deployed to Yavin. That's good.
R2 indicates that a manufacturing message has been received. There is a message from one of our fleets indicating it has dropped out of hyperspace and has arrived at its destination.
Good. Very good. What about this one? In 1 day, alright. So since it's in Cheswa, right, we're gonna send it to Kimanan. Right, LNR Series 2 on Kashyyyk. Very good. Now we're protected.
R2 says there's a message coming in from a planetary system. There is a message from one of our fleets indicating it has dropped out of hyperspace and has arrived at its destination.
Alright, so they moved to Ort Pardon. Okay. Oh, bro. Sovereign construction yards lost. Well, it's better than to get the disaster on Kessel. Let's check this one out. Bakura actually as well. Yeah, let's go for Bakura. Joyol might be also interesting. Yeah. So we'll be on Kimanan in on just 4 days. Alright. Let's stick with it.
R2 has a message from one of our field personnel. R2 has a message from one of our planetary systems indicating that a prisoner has escaped. There is a message from one of our fleets indicating it has dropped out of hyperspace and has arrived at its destination. R2 indicates that a manufacturing message has been received. There is a message from one of our fleets indicating it has dropped out of hyperspace and has arrived at its destination.
Now we're gonna
A message has been received indicating our fleet has initiated a blockade of an enemy system.
Alright, very good. Goodbye, refineries. Cannot keep them, so yeah, not gonna stretch thin our diplomacy forces just running across the galaxy. So as I understand, they are gonna have fleet arriving there, but well, it's nothing. They need to start producing from the very start. So in 20 days, we're gonna have our fleet on Dantooine. That will be pretty serious operation.
There is a message from the President.
Our mission
There
was
is a
successful.
message from Princess Leia.
We need to keep the...
The Empire has bested
R2
us.
says one of our agents is reporting in. There is a message from Master Luke.
Alright, we're gonna send one of our fleets back to Tuprava. And gonna keep the second fleet on Algerian.
There is a message from one of our fleets indicating it has dropped out of hyperspace and has arrived at its destination. A message has been received indicating our fleet has initiated a blockade of an enemy system. I'm afraid R2 has some bad news about support for the Alliance.
Oh, this is some serious damage for them. They are not gonna recover from this one anytime soon. And I think on Joel, they also have something, that's for sure. Now we're just gonna take our forces and leave this system.
I'm afraid R2 has some bad news about support for the Alliance. A message has been received indicating our fleet has initiated a blockade of an enemy system.
This alone will start reducing their fleet or production infrastructure. And we have already protected our major production places, locations. I'm gonna protect also Cat Stack.
R2 has a message from one of our field personnel. There is a message from one of our fleets indicating it has dropped out of hyperspace and has arrived at its destination.
I have found a new Jedi candidate.
Alright. And the Alliance escort gonna be there in just 13 days. Alright, nice. And in 14 days we're gonna have some things to do on Dantooine due to our fleet arrival. And already pretty soon, in just 8 days, we're gonna have more units on Commodore, so we're getting close to subduing the uprising on in that system. But next, Karelia, for sure. Yeah, and in just a few moments we need to...
There are units assigned to the mission which are not capable of acting on the assigned target. I'm afraid no mission could be formed.
Otherwise, we're gonna risk losing our entire progress so far. Oh yeah, now let's go. Our forces are sent to Corellia to take out their infrastructure. They have pretty large
There is a message from one of our fleets indicating it
construction
has dropped out of
facilities.
hyperspace and has arrived
there.
at its destination. A message has been received indicating our fleet has initiated a blockade of an enemy system. I'm afraid R2 has some bad news about support for the Alliance. A message has been received indicating our fleet has initiated a blockade of an enemy system.
Okay, so Sovereign is almost under, not under, but supporting us. Yeah, there's no way you can subdue anything. You can gain support. And we got
There is a message from Master Luke.
That didn't go very well.
There is a message from one of our units indicating it has arrived at its destination.
Alright, so our unit
R2
starting
says one
to
of our
arrive to
agents is
Commoner.
reporting in.
Nice. Which makes us closer to subduing the uprising. And instead of 12,
There
we're
is a
gonna have
message from
13
one of our
units
fleets
there.
indicating it has dropped out of hyperspace and has arrived at its destination. There is a message from one of our units indicating it has arrived at its destination.
Alright, get on, 5. Oh, right. This is our assault frigate, right? Nice. And in 8 days, we're gonna have the Alliance escort. Alright, so our fleet is getting much more formidable. Oh, by the way, Corellian gunships, yup, they're already there. Okay, so I think we're just gonna have...
May I remind you that no messages may be sent to units in hyperspace. I'm afraid you'll have to wait until those units arrive at their destination.
Alright, we're gonna just send the Corellian gunships to our major fleet there. Okay, 8 days and done to in, bro. Get ready.
R2 says one of our agents is reporting in.
Right, Algerian.
There is a message from the President.
Ooh, Algerian.
There is a message from Princess Leia. There is a message from one of our fleets indicating it has dropped out of hyperspace and has arrived at its destination. There is a message from one of our units indicating it has arrived at its destination.
Wait, where's the Algerian? Algerian? No, I'm very interested. Algerian. Alright, so we got them on Algerian, right? Okay.
We did it!
Great. Alright, support for us growing on Sweden. On Gidon 5, we already have pretty fine fleet. 2 Corellian gunships, 1 assault frigate, 1 Dauntless cruiser, 2 Corellian corvettes, and Alliance escort is arriving just in 5 days. And in 5 days
R2
also
has a
we're
message
arriving
from
to
one of our
Dantooine.
field personnel. There is a message from Master Luke. There is a message from one of our fleets indicating it has dropped out of hyperspace and has arrived at its destination.
Alright, when are we gonna... Alright, so things gonna happen all together.
There is a message from one of our fleets indicating it has dropped out of hyperspace and has arrived at its destination.
So we're arriving to Dantooine, Joyol, and Gidon 5. Gidon 5 receives the Alliance Escort, which is the starfighter carrier. Dantooine is the Imperial outpost with production mines and refineries, which are we conducting our assault on with our fleet. And Joyol is just simply we're scouting for the Empire's mines. And there they are. Alright.
I'm afraid R2 has some bad news about support for the Alliance.
And we're not gonna do with it anything, we just scrap all their infrastructure and that's pretty much it. That's maybe not very elegant way of resolving that, if you take into account that, well, there are people in this system, these mines were giving them jobs and etc. Well, so our sector pretty much researched and we've found every outpost of the Empire and taken care of it. Well, essentially we just remove their infrastructure because it's quite difficult to fight the support for the Empire. So our assault operations helped us to hinder their ability to upkeep the Imperial infrastructure. Now pretty much the same we need to conduct on Myagil sector. Now this is the Dantooine, and we actually might wanna maybe even fight for this one. Charleston as well. We'll just send some scout ship, Corellian gunship to Triton and check door 7. Most likely they have Urdur as well. So we're gonna scout these locations as well. Interesting. If we conduct the planetary bombardment, doesn't sound right, right?
I'm afraid R2 has some bad news about support for the Alliance.
So with these operations, the Imperials can less and less maintain their infrastructure, their fleet is becoming almost impossible for them. So we're assaulting them from two directions. One is that we hinder their mines and refineries, which reduces the amount of maintenance units available to them to upkeep their fleets and production facilities. And on the other hand, we're taking over their major systems where they have their production facilities. And one of those is Corellia system, where they have one of the biggest amount of construction yards. Now I think the computer just gonna go crazy. So yeah, pretty much the Imperials taking over the control in Dufilvan sector over several systems, but they lost quite a lot of mining facilities.
I'm afraid R2 has some bad news about support for the Alliance. A message has been received indicating our fleet has initiated a blockade of an enemy system.
Alright, so on Corellia, we were not that much successful, right? Alright, Cyclone is supporting us. Nice. And infiltrators are returning from their
R2 says
assignments.
one of our agents is reporting in.
Alright, let's conduct the espionage mission.
R2 has a message from one of our field personnel.
TIE fighters on Chalcedon.
There is a
alright.
message from one of our fleets indicating it has dropped out of hyperspace and has arrived at its destination.
Alright, they
A
escaped.
message has been received indicating our fleet has initiated a blockade of an enemy system.
Alright, there you go. Urdur, yep.
I'm afraid R2 has some bad news about support for the Alliance. A message has been received indicating our fleet has initiated a blockade of an enemy system.
Alright, what did they got? They got, okay, they got some. Do they have any production? Yep. Ship construction yards. Wait, so how many? Wineries, mines, right. Alright, everyone's destroyed, under assault.
I'm afraid R2 has some bad news about support for the Alliance.
This already gonna cut their fleet almost in half. I mean, like, 1/4 of their fleet is gone for sure. And the longer they go with it, with low level of maintenance units, -1, the less fleet or infrastructure they're gonna have to get rid of from. And apparently some fleet is heading this direction. We can actually meet them. This might be even some sort of a transport ship as well. Right, let's check Kona, and then after it, all right, all these planets, I think.
There is a message from the President.
Our mission was
There is a
successful.
message from Master
Our
Luke.
goal has been achieved.
Okay, nice.
R2 indicates that
Yes,
the
Vivian
manufacturing
is
message has
almost
been
with
received.
us. That's awesome. All right, we have a okay fleet here, and we're pretty happy with this. Also, it's just links. Okay. Borsk here, right? Ooh, that's a lot. Okay, I think we just go ahead and assault that system. We don't have anything there. Right. Let's go.
There is a message from Princess
That was a
Leia.
mess.
I'm afraid R2 has some bad news about support for the Alliance. There is a message from one of our fleets indicating it has dropped out of hyperspace and has arrived at its destination. A message has been received indicating our fleet has initiated a blockade of an enemy system. R2 says one of our agents is reporting in.
Alright, let's see. Cost to join the Empire. No, guys. They have already joined long before we have arrived here. Alright, let's blockade them for a while. I'm most sure that Trident also has something in terms of infrastructure. Gonna arrive soon in 3 days to Ankaran.
There is a message from one of our fleets indicating it has dropped out of hyperspace and has arrived at its destination.
It's fun to see how
A message has been
transport
received
ships
indicating our fleet has
damage
initiated a
the
blockade of
TIE
an enemy
fighters,
system.
interceptors. I mean, I'm pretty impressed that transport ships can cause some damage. Skilled crew. And yeah, Ankron is pretty empty planet. system. Alright, now I'm going here then. So we're right to Tirfan, and there are 1 refinery and 2 mines. Alright. So we gonna conduct a planetary assault.
I'm afraid R2 has some bad news about support for
Oh,
the
good.
Alliance.
And we're gonna send in some troops. We need how many? 12, right? No, maybe less. 10, alright. Yeah, I got 10 for sure. I'll send in 8. And that's 10, right? Yep. And we got Borsk here in Yavin, so he will help us to negotiate with him. So we're pretty well represented here. Very strong support for us and lots of systems under our control. Meanwhile, we just continue wreak havoc on Imperial infrastructure and blockade some of their planets' systems. Here we're already trying to subdue their pricing, and we have negotiators here as well. So things kind of moving.
R2 indicates that a manufacturing message has been received. R2 says one of our agents is reporting in.
Alright, I think we just gonna take this infrastructure out. Yeah. Yep. So they can keep this system to themselves. And we just go ahead and...
I'm afraid R2 has some bad news about support for the Alliance. A message has been received indicating our fleet has initiated a blockade of an enemy system. R2 has a message from one of our field personnel. There is a message from one of our fleets indicating it has dropped out of hyperspace and has arrived at its destination. There is a message from one of our fleets indicating it has dropped out of hyperspace and has arrived at its destination. A message has been received indicating our fleet has initiated a blockade of an enemy system. R2 has a message from one of our field personnel. R2 indicates that a manufacturing message has been received. There is a message from one of our fleets indicating it has dropped out of hyperspace and has arrived at its destination. A message has been received indicating our fleet has initiated a blockade of an enemy system. I'm afraid R2 has some bad news about support for the Alliance. A message has been received indicating our fleet has initiated a blockade of an enemy system. There is a message from Master Luke.
We did it!
Alright, so Svyvrin is supporting us. Almost. Yeah, fully. So they're fully in support for us. Right, so we're aborting missions.
We've aborted the
here.
mission.
We've aborted the mission.
Yes. Man is heading to Coruscant.
Understood.
Leia and Luke, I suppose, will be going to Commoner. Yeah, let us send them to Commoner. Now.
R2 indicates that a manufacturing message has been received. There is a message from one of our fleets indicating it has dropped out of hyperspace and has arrived at its destination. A message has been received indicating our fleet has initiated a blockade of an enemy system. I'm afraid R2 has some bad news about support for the Alliance. A message has been received indicating our fleet has initiated a blockade of an enemy system.
Interesting. Clock Door 7 is not even taken by the Empire. Absolutely clean planet. Right, let's check further. Yeah, I'm gonna send to Gamor. Alright. So we we destroyed quite a lot of enemies production mining operations and refineries, mines, refineries, all stuff like that. Now we're aiming to take over their from the other end, take over their production facilities.
There is a message from one of our fleets indicating it has dropped out of hyperspace and has arrived at its destination. R2 has a message indicating that one of our fighter squadrons has replaced its losses and is now at full strength. A message has been received indicating our fleet has initiated a blockade of an enemy system.
Alright, and now we need to subdue their pricing there.
R2 has a message indicating that one of our fighter squadrons has replaced its losses and is now at full strength. R2 has a message from one of our field personnel. R2 has some good news about support for the Alliance. I'm afraid R2 has some bad news about support for the Alliance. R2 indicates that a manufacturing message has been received. There is a message from one of our fleets indicating it has dropped out of hyperspace and has arrived at its destination. A message has been received indicating our fleet has initiated a blockade of an enemy system. R2 says one of our agents is reporting in.
Yeah, you can take him back. Take him back.
I'm afraid R2 has some bad news about support for the Alliance. A message has been received indicating our fleet has initiated a blockade of an enemy system.
Alright, we need more units. Actually, let's maybe make some training facilities, right? After all, why not? We need more infiltrators and there's just no better way than having the training facilities right on in that sector, in one of those systems.
There is a message from one of our fleets indicating it has dropped out of hyperspace and has arrived at its destination. A message has been received indicating our fleet has initiated a blockade of an enemy system.
Bulgarian, right? Yeah, this is the same place. Did we actually, no, we didn't destroy any of the fighters. But that'd be pretty cool actually, because time to time they're fighting, and sometimes the more we damage them, the more the chance that we can destroy some starfighters. Alright.
There is a message from the President.
I've arrived.
Very good. Right, so although the Imperials breaking our blockades on Duffelvan, we're still kind of doing pretty good. In 2 sectors, we're actually taking out hell a lot of mining and mines and refineries. Now we're aiming for Corellia. Ooh, uprising ended on Commodore. Nice. Now we can send in our negotiators. Leia and Luke arriving pretty soon. General Doja. Combat leadership, espionage rating. Yep. It's pretty good. They're having some facilities there, like Gencor's and Eleanor's. Pretty well protected, but I don't see them actually building anything this nation done to them. Alright.
R2 has a message from one of our field personnel. R2 indicates that a manufacturing message has been received.
Okay, Udur. 1 refinery mines. Yeah. Gonna take them out as well. So Commoner, we're negotiating with them, and now we're gonna go for Corellia. But we really need to wait.
R2 indicates that a manufacturing message has been received.
Alright, medium transfer ship. I'm gonna fight them off. It's pretty interesting actually to see that the AI is using now some starfighters with the transport ship. Oh no, Griffin is it's okay. He's got fighters. Okay, this is like the Alliance escort stuff. We need to send someone in. Someone like more formidable. Maybe like assault frigate and Corellian corvette.
There is a message from one of our fleets indicating it has dropped out of hyperspace and has arrived at its destination. A message has been received indicating our fleet has initiated a blockade of an enemy system.
Oh, nice.
There is a message
we
from
got
Master Luke.
We caught their fleet there. Oh no, crap, we're crashing. No. Yeah, there we go. We're crashed. God damn it. Again, some fight and... Okay, guys. So, yeah. I'm so not used to playing without autosaves. Okay, so for today, I think we're gonna finish. We don't have actually the progress saved, so yeah. No, I didn't. Damn it. Yeah, well, we'll see. Well, at least some progress I saved for sure. Uh, what's good, what's positive is we found out the strategy that works, and oh my, we're gonna do it again and try applying this strategy one more time, and just see how it goes. I mean, some of those games from the past or from your childhood, you know, at that time those games felt very difficult. I mean, you were playing them, but you were kind of, well, it was still kind of challenging. And now it seems it's pretty fun. You can enjoy them, and at the same time, uh, when you meet this minimum level of ability to play those games, you start to learn different strategies, apply them, and this exactly what makes those games, at least for myself, interesting. Because although they're, you might think that they're like kind of simplistic, which they might be, are actually, but I think that games from the past had much more depth than some of modern games. Although the overall sort of uh, exterior is pretty simplistic, there's lots of hidden mechanics beneath that, and I love it. And when you can apply different strategies, you actually begin to experience those games. And well, we learned yet another strategy this time, and we're gonna apply it next time. So some of the progress is saved, but unfortunately not that deep into the state we were in before crashing. But anyways, at least something. All right. So tomorrow we're gonna continue playing Star Wars Outlaws. That's about Kves on her journey, and we're into Wild Card. We're halfway through, I suppose, and tomorrow we're gonna finish, or maybe not, the Wild Card DLC. Yep. All right. So, guys, I wish you a great week ahead, and have a good one. Hope you enjoyed today. Maybe even learned something. I don't know. I suppose everyone's pretty much experienced with Star Wars Rebellion 1998. So I myself pretty much learning here, playing this game. I hope you had a great fun. Alrighty, see you tomorrow, and we will be playing Star Wars Outlaws. All right, see ya.